Let me try to straighten him out. Gotta straighten this guy out. Jesus Christ! Comment bien? The sun. The sun is shining here. Here. I was waiting for you. Yeah, camera's on. There.
Oh, tout le monde me demandait.
There.
Ok. Hey, comment ça va tout le monde? Je suis avec Charles Leblanc, the blogger. Charles Leblanc, the blogger. Well, you'll find 75,000 kilowatts of a killer party with Charles.
Eh, non, bois Canadien, les promesses de putain. I've been waiting here for 46 minutes.
Ouais, j'avais comme une couple de députés qui m'ont pris.
What's more important, deputies or me?
Bon point. A nasty bon point.
You owe me a lot. My toes are freezing and DOG's going to bite you up the arse just for that. Okay. Minister, what are you, a filter clean salesman or a prophet?
No,
or a minister?
I'm just here to modernize the local government system, which we've been talking about for the past 60 years. We have a plan in place, and I think New Brunswickers are looking for to keep their services they have right now, because as you know, there's a shortage of workers in all industries, so we're trying to avert a crisis in the municipal world on services. We want to keep our infrastructure. There's always infrastructure needs. However, we need better regional planning. And on economic development or statements of provincial interest, we have to make sure that we have been working on farming, the fisheries, forestry for 200 years. We're still going to do for 100 years.
Amalgamation, that's all you talk about. By the way, I got to ask you.
We talk about restructurings. We're talking about restructuring.
Restructuring, or whatever you want to call it. But by the way, I just thought about this. Why are you talking about picaroons, breweries? What does that have to do with this?
So it's all about community identity. People identify themselves from their communities and their businesses that are located in communities. Nothing's going to change. Nobody's going to lose their identity.
But why picaroons?
Oh, because they're microbreweries. We identify our businesses by our communities. So that's why it's important. People that eat that lobster in New York and Toronto want to know where was it fished and at what time. So
what does that have to do with?
It's community identities, the sense of community,
sense of community.
Of pride.
You never seen the crystal mech that's in the community, yours and mine? Charlie, focus. Okay, so you turn around, to what do you call it?
Restructuring.
Restructuring, Minto and Chipman together. What's that all about? Can you answer that fast? Are they going to put a city hall in between, or?
No, I think there's look. When people, all the restructurings that we're doing across New Brunswick, it's not about the city hall, it's about having a voice. That same voice, when they're making decisions, they'll be making for the entire community, the entire region. And I'm really confident in the Minto Chipman area. They have a super great future ahead of them. And I think better collaboration. They've seen it, they've done it with minor hockey in that Minto Chipman area. So I think they're on the cusp of economic development. We have the forestry that we're working together there. So how can we improve? How can we improve the economic development situation?
You made me wait there.
Build capacity for those regions.
There's
great things there.
There's no more forest left.
Yes, there's forest left all across New Brunswick.
By the way, how come Mike Holland is so quiet? I haven't seen him.
Minister Holland is working as strong as he can because he has a tough file.
Of course he has ADHD. Listen, okay, so how you say you communicate, who did you talk to? This is a pandemic, or I call it the corona crisis.
It's a great question, Charles. Great question. So what we did 36 public engagement sessions.
Public during the crisis?
There's not the crisis. For you, for me, it's a pandemic.
Pandemic.
We did it by teams. We did 7 or 8 in person.
How can you do it?
We did some in person also, and people gave us their ideas by emails or by drafts, and it was thesis, and they told us what they wanted to do, and people in New Brunswick want new local governance reform because we've been talking about it for 60 years.
But you haven't had no meetings. There was a
I had
pandemic or
36
whatever you
public
want to call it.
meetings. We met lots of people. I had over 200 meetings with the municipalities across New Brunswick. I met with over 200 meetings with municipalities across New Brunswick. There's 104 municipalities. There's 236 LSDs, and I'm not saying I did 100% of them, but I did a strong majority of them. And we had great discussions.
So what will happen now is coming out is like if you want to do, the government does the dirty work. Well, I'm not saying, because you're saying la bonne nouvelle, the good news. So
it's a good news story. It's good for New Brunswick because it's giving a plan for New Brunswick on local governance reform.
What about
as Minister Dorothy Shepherd did the plan for healthcare?
Well,
we are moving forward on these two files.
I expected something that focus, Daniel. Focus.
Okay, perfect.
Focus.
Okay,
Never mind. I thought the healthcare plan. I thought to myself, well, I thought the bomb was.
I said to myself, we're looking great.
Focus, Daniel, focus. If you turn around, these people want to organize against this. What the hell was that? Okay, against the coronavirus. See, you got me distracted.
Okay, perfect.
So I guess this, what do you call it?
The municipal governance reform.
If they don't want to fight these reforms, they can't gather because of the emergency
But we have
measure act. They can't
we have
gather.
a solid plan. We have a solid plan. We've listened to New Brunswickers, and New Brunswickers have questions. They have some concerns, and
So
that's what
ask.
they're through their MLAs, they can come to their constituency offices, they can send us emails. We have a way of doing it, and we're going to work with the opposition to make sure that we have a strong piece of legislation that our kids can be proud. We're not doing this reform because of you or because of me. We'll be long gone when we'll see the effects of this reform, and we're doing it for the next generation, so they can have a place to, they'll have their services, they'll have infrastructure, and they'll have better economic development opportunities.
You know what's in here, and unfortunately these liberals are going to be in power one of these days.
Agree.
And they're not going to fight this because it's a tax grab. So if people want, if people want to organize,
it's not a tax grab.
If people want to organize,
it's not a tax grab. The only person that takes tax grab, it's you. It's clearly indicated in the white paper that you will be taxed according to the services you receive. You will not be taxed for the services you don't receive. So day in and day out, we have great municipal councils that are working hard across New Brunswick that tax people accordingly to the services they receive. So nothing will change.
Okay, so the liberals not going to fight this. Again, people gather to fight this, the reform, and then suddenly the public safety show up, oh no, it's against the law to gather. Don't the government do the dirty business during a crisis or a pandemic?
I don't think so. There's other ways of communicating.
Is it going to pass too fast?
Communication is about talking to people. We've talked to people. I've taken the time I did over 50,000 kilometers in my car. People have had the chance. They're emailing me.
It's not your car. It's
not my car.
It's the government car.
The government car. That's why, yeah. And but they are day in and day out having discussions. But we've been talking about this for 26 years. I know there hasn't been a pandemic for 26 years, and people
through the FIN report.
It's been 13 years since the biggest report.
I know.
The FIN report. But there was another report, Le Temps d'Agir de l'Association des Municipalités Francophones du Nouveau-Brunswick, who did great work also. So hence we're piggyback on those two reports and many others to move forward with the white paper that we have today.
How about, like, you know where Douglas is?
2 minutes, the last question, please.
This is not, by the way, how did question period go anyway?
QP was good, actually good solid questions from the opposition. They take us accountable, and that's